Hi, Caspar here on the 3rd of November 2017. I've just tasted a young red Burgundy from a producer in Châteauneuf I hadn't heard of, Antoine Olivier, 2015 Pommard. And here, let's go to right at the other end of the scale. Here is a fully mature Châteauneuf-du-Pape, 2004 vintage. It's a Charbonnière. It's a full title. Cuvée, Vieilles, Domaine de la Charbonnière, 2004. We offered this, well, obviously a very long time ago, 2006, I suppose. So over 10 years ago, I kept a case for myself. I see from the label it's 15% alcohol. Will that put me off it? I mean, it's uber mature looking. It's got a sort of very tawny hue to it. It's clearly a mature thing in the glass. Goodness me, the nose reminds me a little bit of some of the more old-fashioned Barolo that you used to get that had really nothing in the way of fruit. And there, on the nose, this wine had very little in the way of fruit. It's been through a series of phases. It's breathed for an hour, perhaps a little over an hour now. I went through a very interesting set of aromas, including latterly a little bit pruny, but it's not racing out of the glass on the nose, I must say. I think, you know, you get the impression what's in there is extremely complex, but a bit of smoke, a little bit of dried herb, sort of pretty typical things for Châteauneuf-du-Pape. I found other things over the last hour, a bit of iodine, bit of sort of marron nuttiness. Yeah. I mean, it smells properly tertiary. This is a wine in its you know, absolute maturity. Anyway, let's sip it and see what happens. It's got lovely, it's got lovely elegance to it. I mean, this is a sort of style of Châteauneuf I like a lot because it's you know, it's retained a lot of freshness. You know, reading that 15% on the label, you could think it was wildly over the top, super ripe, and will be massive in size, but it's not. You know, it's elegant. It's slightly rooty. It's got a licorice root. It's like earthy, spiciness to it. It's got that texture initially of the fruit is all very sort of silken cashmere and deliciously resolved, and then it picks up these tannins, which actually at first seemed a little disjointed, but actually with breathing they remain upright. They remain very supportive and quite assertive. But are more integrated with air, and I think this is certainly a food wine, but it's not a massive wine. I mean, despite the 15% alcohol, and the nose is throws you slightly because it seems so tertiary. I sort of spoke almost a slight sort of oxidation. A dark and almost sort of saline iodine whiff. Yeah, I mean, it's got concentration, it's got length, a little bit of pruniness about it. I'd be interested to try another bottle of this. I'm happy to drink it. I think it's, as I say, a food wine, and you know, pheasant. Sanglier, a bit of wild boar would do it no harm at all. Uber mature. I don't think I'd recommend keeping this. If this is you know, definitive of the wine at this stage of maturity, I would recommend, you know, drinking drinking the rest of it in fairly short order over the next couple of years, probably. But as I say, it's still I like an elegance, a freshness, a structure, it's defined on the palate. You know, it's got shape, it's got class to it, rather than just being a big brooding monster. But interesting. If I taste another bottle, which I will do soon, I will perhaps do another video and just report on what I found in that. But that's been the 2004 Châteauneuf-du-Pape Cuvée Vieilles from Domaine de la Charbonnière. Interesting exercise in tasting mature wine. Absolutely fascinating.